as a weapon to ram into other police cars, possibly a CHP officer. So, okay, yeah, and we can get some verification here, I believe, from the airship overhead telling us that it was CHP. However, this is LAPD that is in pursuit. We hear a lot of commotion about this one. They're trying to get multiple jurisdictions to respond. They have the LAPD helicopter overhead with eyes from the air. They want to get some spike strips at some point, but this is a pretty erratic pursuit. Been driving on the wrong side of points. You see him there motioning his hand out the window, and he's been swerving all over the place and blasting through a couple of red lights. So this is definitely a dangerous one as we now get into getting on the wrong side of the road again. So getting into the city of Vernon, and you can see just how dangerous this one is, Pat and Jen.
Yeah, it certainly is. We've been watching this car swerve back and forth on the road. Interesting that they're going to try some spike strips at this time, or I guess whatever they can, Des, to actually stop this car. Do you know what the rate of speed? It doesn't look like it's going awfully fast, but certainly passing other cars. I'm just wondering about the speed limit on that particular stretch of road.
Yeah, this looks like one of those streets you're probably going to have a speed limit of maybe 40 miles an hour. Pat, definitely faster than that. I'm going to estimate 50 or maybe 60 miles an hour. No fear here going through red lights, swerving wherever this suspect needs to. They have a pretty good description. They may even know who this person is. It is a male, and he has tattoos all over his neck. We heard him talking about that, and it's registered to someone out of the Santa Fe Springs area. You can see a white Infiniti, a fairly capable vehicle here, wrong side of the road again. So I wouldn't exactly call this a sports car, but maybe a luxury car with some horsepower, definitely capable of accelerating pretty quickly and getting away from LAPD and through a red light. You see how quickly as he was going through Atlantic. I believe we're still eastbound on Washington, but just how close this one was. I heard some talk with LAPD about possibly going into surveillance mode because it's starting to get so dangerous, but as I widen out here, you can see there's no units directly behind him. You do have the LAPD chopper overhead, though, keeping eyes, and they may be trying to get some other units in place of this one.
Certainly a close call there, going the opposite direction. This was a driver attempted to hit a CHP unit at 7th and Boyle, so it's assault with a deadly weapon, Pat, on a police officer. We're taking a look at this live here on CBS 2. Latest pursuit of this vehicle, the center of your screen. Des, do we know how many units are behind him at this point in time? You said CHP. Do we know how many are involved in this chase?
Well, some clarification here. The assault with a deadly weapon was believed to be on a CHP officer, but despite that, it's been our understanding that it's primarily LAPD that has been in pursuit of this one. If they get on the freeway, they may call for CHP's help, but it's been on surface streets, and it's happened on streets, even though it happened on a CHP officer. Oh, really tight here. Oh, he's going to clip someone's car. He's going to amazingly got through. And
there's a bus.
Okay.
You got behind it. Or around it, I should say.
So this was Eastern Avenue coming up to Atlantic, a pretty complicated intersection here. There you go. There you see LAPD. Now they are definitely back in pursuit of this vehicle. So I believe we're eastbound on Telegraph now, I believe. So we're going to be headed into actually Ferguson. This is Ferguson. So that was the weird intersection where Atlantic and Eastern and Ferguson all meet up. So now he's eastbound on Ferguson, kind of on the outskirts of the city of Commerce right now. But incredible desperation for the suspect, and it's very weird. Again, they had reason to believe that this person was intentionally trying to ram into a CHP officer. Anytime you hear about something like that, this is not one of those pursuits that they're going to give up. This is one of those ones where the authorities are almost certainly going to take it as far as it needs to go, and exercise whatever authority they need to bring this one to an end. But this is a really dangerous situation now, right in between two cars. He clipped that poor person's truck right there.
Yeah.
The person probably just on their way home right there. You saw him clip that, and he lost his own mirror as well. So it's just getting more dangerous by the moment here, Pat and Jeff.
And this is in a residential neighborhood. Homes on either side of the street, so that makes it even more dangerous. People could be out walking or what have you at this particular hour. It's, almost the evening hour approaching, the dinner hour. See what he's going to do here. Is he going up on the sidewalk?
How
about
this? This tow truck. Oh, look at that.
Well,
it might be pinned in here.
This
it
is
might
interesting.
Be stopped. I'm not sure if that tow truck meant to do that, or sometimes we've seen these situations where civilian vehicles end up getting involved, and if that was intentional or not, it certainly worked. And brilliant by LAPD coming. Oh no, we don't want the tow truck driver to move his vehicle right now. He might still be able to get out of this, even though he's got one hand out the window. You can see he's still trying to get away. But
It almost
CHP
looks
had
like
him
he's
pinned
right
in.
up under that tow truck. Maybe he's stuck.
He-
I think he's wedged.
Well, he might. The vehicle might be wedged underneath, but this tow truck driver
He's
in a
trying
really
everything. He's got the
awkward
windshield
situation
wipers
there, in the middle of something with a dangerous suspect here, and LAPD probably just wants him to stay parked and run out of the vehicle, and then once that tow truck driver's out of the way, they can hopefully get this guy. He had one hand out the window, but
Yeah.
not seeing a ton of compliance yet.
And then his windshield wipers are on.
Yeah.
Okay, he's getting out.
Okay, this is a good sign. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know if the
think,
tow truck
this
driver was
one
doing
is-
that on purpose or not, but obviously the suspect now wanted for assault with a deadly weapon on a police officer is now getting up, raising his hands, Pat. They're going to walk him back,
Good
and
walk.
pretty soon, hopefully, he'll be in custody.
I'm going to get him on his knees.
This was a driver attempted to hit a CHP unit. LAPD is standing back there in pursuit on this latest LA police pursuit. This is eastbound on Ferguson after clipping two cars.
Yeah, clipping two cars, at least those are the only two that we know
Yeah.
of. Just driving so erratically and fast on opposite sides of the street. And again, let's point out again, Desmond, this driver here, this tow truck driver, he really stopped this pursuit. And to me, it looks like that
Yeah,
vehicle was
yeah.
just wedged on the back of that flatbed there, and he can't go anywhere. So he really had no other, there he is, he's on his knees now. He had no other option but to surrender.
Yeah,
He
whether
did try to
to
get out of
officers.
there.
whether it was intentional or not, because we have seen that a couple of times where people
Mm-hmm.
have actually, kind of gotten a little vigilante streak in them and
Yeah.
gotten involved. Not always such a smart thing to do, but it did, and certainly help bring this one to an end. I did just hear LAPD talking about it. I didn't quite catch the other one, but it does sound like this is a known suspect for something else. They may have an outstanding warrant, which may also explain why they were so desperate to get away. But this one, came to an end. Could have had a horrible ending with innocent people getting injured instead. It was a tow truck driver, whether intentionally or not, helping bring this one to an end, and one suspect going into custody.
Yeah, I don't know if he was trying to take a left-hand turn or if he did that on purpose, but obviously there is
tow
a
truck.
relationship between tow truck drivers and police officers. They work together all the time. Not saying that was the case here, but certainly it stopped this latest pursuit.
Yeah, whatever the reason, we are glad that it happened because that means that there were no other people that could possibly
Right.
be injured. And after Desmond reported, we saw at least ourselves two crashes with other vehicles, all the fault of this driver. Okay, well, that's a code 4, and we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.